This image is a bit drab in terms of contrast, and it is perhaps not exactly white in the white areas and maybe not exactly black in the black areas. It may also have a color cast to it. It seems slightly purplish. So if you open the histogram window, which you can find in the window top menu, you can see what tonal ranges the colors fully intersect. Let's try a layer level adjustment, which you choose from the adjustments panel. You'll see that a new layer has been created and the levels histogram pops up. Remember, the area inside the histogram represents the value of all pixels that exist in the image within the tonal range, represented by the numbers 0 to 256. The area on the left is the darker range, and on the right is the lighter range. You can make adjustments to all the colors, red, green, blue, all at once, or you can make them individually. We can move the slider to where the pixels just start on either the dark or the light side, and the middle slider will brighten or darken the mid-range areas. So you can try this. But let's try another way that's maybe more precise. You can use the undo button at the bottom of the layer adjustments to reset. We can also use the eyedropper tools to set the whitest white and the blackest black of the image. So let's start with the black. What we want to do is zoom in really far until we can see detail and find an area that looks like it's super black. And you just click once with the levels black eyedropper. And you can see already that the contrast has been improved. Now let's set the whitest white with the white eyedropper tool. Again, zoom in, click on an area that looks about like it's the whitest white. I'm going to close this panel by clicking the X. You can see that there's a huge improvement in color cast and the contrast when we toggle the visibility of the previous version. Okay, so let's try a curves adjustment. Here we can do the same. Choose the black eyedropper and zoom into an area that seems blackest black and click. Now choose the white eyedropper and click to set the whitest white. The curves layer adjustment and the levels layer adjustment are very similar, but with the curves layer adjustment, you can get very specific about how you make adjustments to the tonal range, as we'll see. Let's take a look at another image. Here, the sky is maybe slightly bright and the rest too dark. We'll use curves again, but this time use the button at the top with the hand and arrows. If you run the mouse over the image, you will see on the histogram baseline where the pixels are that you are over mousing. So this is the sky area and this is the road area, for example. If you click in an area, it will select the pixels in that region of the histogram and it will create a point on the curve that you can manually manipulate. So here I am selecting an area of sky and I can drag the point down a bit to darken those values. Alternately, if you click drag, you can actually sample the pixels and modify the curve at the same time. And you can always fine-tune this using the histogram points. Every time you click on the curve, a new point will be created that you can then maneuver.